Determined little engines. Dear friends, many years ago, the Fat Controller's engines were feeling quite scared. The other railway, their controller told them, has plans to scrap their steam engines and replace them with diesels. Rest assured, he continued, that no such thing shall ever happen on my railway. But that didn't stop the engines from worrying. They all felt terrible for the poor engines who were being threatened after many good years of service. Two of these engines showed up at the other end of the line one day. Their numbers were... Oh, but I mustn't tell you anymore, or I shall spoil the next stories. The author. The twins without names. One day, James the Red Engine was in a bad mood. He had barely gotten a wink of sleep the night before, and the Fat Controller had now asked him to take the morning goods to the other end of the line. He hated it. The trucks had tried causing trouble at every opportunity they had, making the trip very slow going. When he finally arrived at Vickerstown, a diesel from the other railway was waiting for him. "So," he said slyly, "you must be the clapped-out kettle whose train I'm taking." James snorted and let off steam indignantly. "Me?" he growled. "Clapped out? Oh, let me tell you a thing or two." "Stow it, James," interrupted his driver. "No need to bother with this buzzbox here. Let's be off to the yard and fill up on water." James eyed the diesel with deep suspicion. "Consider yourself lucky," he muttered. Then, with a short but loud blast of his whistle, he puffed away, leaving the diesel to quietly snigger to himself. As James made his way to the yard, he couldn't help but feeling slightly unnerved. With diesels quickly taking over the other railway, he didn't feel comfortable being so close to their territory. The yard was quiet too. There weren't any engines around, only trucks and coaches filling up the sidings. "The yards have certainly changed," he muttered under his breath. "If only the Fat Controller could do something about it. How could any engine feel safe around here? It's disgusting." James had been watching where he was going and bumped into a goods van.
"Oi! Who's there?" shouted a voice. "Show yourself, you dolt!"
James was taken aback. "Oh, sorry," he called as he backed up and puffed onto the other line. "Didn't see you there."
"Ha! I figured out that much. Watch where you're going. I'm not in the mood to deal with idiots like you."
James was surprised. He hadn't expected such a small voice to belong to an engine so blunt. He puffed cautiously forward, past the van and 3 half-filled coal trucks. There, sitting in front of the train, was a little tank engine painted in black. Sleeping alongside them was another tank engine, who looked nearly identical. The only difference between them was the rosy cheeks the tank engine in front of the trucks had. James stared at the twins, not really sure what to say. Who on earth are you two?" he stammered.
"I'm not telling you smack until you tell us who you are,"
snapped the tank engine. "I'm James," the red engine grunted. "The Fat Controller's number 5 splendid red engine." The tank engine perked up.
"Hey, 60, wake up!"
The other tank engine yawned and opened up their eyes.
"What is it, 59? We're with the Fat Controller's engine. Can you believe it?"
60, as their sibling had called them, looked at James with wide eyes. Then they suddenly frowned.
59, please don't tell me you've scared the living daylights out of him already." He did it first, snarled 59. That bonehead shouldn't have come along and rammed into our line of trucks.
It was an accident, you know, interrupted James.
Yeah, and a pretty stupid one at that,
retorted 59.
In any case, now that you're here, you can take us to your fat controller.
James stared at the twins again. Take you? He mused. Whatever for?
We want to convince him to let us join your railway so we don't get scrapped,
replied 60.
Hey, you weren't meant to tell him that, silly,
said 59 in a hushed tone.
Oh, sorry,
sighed 60 sheepishly. James scoffed. So you two have run away from the other railway then? He asked knowingly.
Yes.
No?
But 59?
Yeah, all right.
We've been trying to escape to your railway for about, give or take 3 months now. We heard about some Great Western bloke doing it himself, so we thought we'd better give it a try. So, it would be a little bit of a shame if we came all this way, only to be sent back to where we came from, wouldn't it?
Sounds fine to me, James muttered. 59 rolled their eyes.
Listen here, pal,
they groaned.
All we need to do is for you to show us the way to what was the name again? Tidmouth. Yeah, Tidmouth. Show us the way there, and you'll never have to talk to us again. Got that, James?
I don't have to do anything until you two tell me who you actually are, snorted James crossly. Why should I show you around when I don't even know your names?
On 31559.
There was a short silence.
Now, go on, 60, tell them. I'm 31560.
Those are numbers, not names.
Gee, you're quick, aren't you? Of course they're not names, you fool, shouted 59. Not all of us engines are as privileged as your soda ones. We don't all get fancy names. We've always just called each other by our last digits of our numbers.
James was about to reply, but he quickly stopped himself. They don't even have names, he thought. Perhaps they deserve some sort of sympathy. Tell you what, he said, trying to sound reassuring. I'll take the both of you to the big station on my return goods. Then I'll tell the fat controller about you two, and you're on your own from there. How does that sound? 59 rolled their eyes, while 60 managed a small smile.
That would work just fine, thank you, James,
they stuttered. 59 sighed.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
James smirked as he puffed under the water tower. He didn't quite know what to make of the twins, but he didn't much like the thought of leaving them to fend for themselves. Their controllers must be cruel to not give them proper names, he thought. Every engine deserves a name, even the annoying ones, he grinned, looking back at 59. However, despite the smile on his face, the red engine couldn't help but worry about what the fat controller would think. Somehow, he thought, he didn't think it would seem very tactful of him